Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer courtesy of Stefan. Thank you so much. This is 2018 Goose Island, Bourbon County. Mamma Mia's. 2018, jeez, when was it? 2018. It's a 7-year-old bottle. Golly. This is actually like generally past my experience of it. Generally my experience of like aging and enjoying aged Bourbon County. It's like, I find the peak to be like 2-3 years. 5, you get a little bit tired. This is 7. Can't say how many times I've had a Bourbon County past 5 years old. So thank you so much, dude. 2018, yes sir. All right, and finally happy to get it. Ooh, and Black Friday 2017 glass. Nice. It's a Bourbon County glass too, by the way. So yeah, I mean pitch black obviously. I could have cleaned the glass a little bit better, but yeah, I mean. Smells like Bourbon County, just a little bit less vibrant. Get a little bit more tobacco, maybe a little bit more of that umami, rich vanilla bourbon, obviously. A little bit of like dark fruit character, but like less. Some vintages bring, especially fresh. You get more like berry compote, so like fresh like blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, right? Like a stewed berries. Here it's more like you get a little bit of that, get a little bit of jamminess, but it's also moved on arguably to like more like Big Newton, raisins, dried dates, right? Like more preserved fruit character. Man, this smells awesome though. Rich bourbon character, wood, all that vanilla, chocolate cake, espresso. Bourbon County, come here. What else can you say? Let's walk it this way. I have it like barely chilled. Doesn't taste that old, honestly. Doesn't taste that old. Man, this beer is bulletproof. Big booze up front. Even though I said the jammy berry combo character wasn't there, on the palate I definitely get a good amount of this jamminess. Again, I'm just thinking about like combination of like fruit preserves, you know, combination of like blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, blah, blah, blah. Nice, sweet, desserty, preserved berry fruit character. Big hit of bourbon up front, but it's also smooth. It's freaking things. 15%. 15%. Wow. Molasses for days. Rich, sweet, caramely sweetness. Big, a chocolate cake batter, brownie batter character. Rounded with some warmth on the back end. Aged out quite nicely with the booze. Unctuous. I mean, if you could literally eat, you know, like pork belly as a beer, right? That like just mouth coating, like the way that like fat and pork fat and just like coat your mouth. You know, if you could bite into a beer, like that would be this right here. It's almost like fat, just like wrapping around your lips and your tongue, but it's also it's just sweetness here, right? It's actually, but the sweetness is not cloying. You drink one of these pastry stouts and they're just so sweet and sticky and like not enjoyable sweetness. Here you get so much alcohol and not so much, but like enough alcohol barrel character to really tame it and balance it out. So it's really enjoyable how sweet this beer is. And thick and rich it is. Really nice kind of like woodsy character in the middle. Honestly, I would have guessed this guy was like maybe 4 years old. Drinks absolutely fantastic. It is a little bit thinner on the back end. I'll give you that. Oh my god. Oh. I will say I want to say there's maybe a little bit less complexity, but it's really smooth. And it's sort of what you do with aging, where like, you know, the peaks and valleys of like all the flavor complexity sort of get melded down, right? It's sort of softening of the beer, sort of, you know, aging lager sort of like tames the beer and gets it really nice and clean, smooth, right? Like aging sort of has that kind of character to it, especially on this beer, where just like everything's just like a little bit more smooth and everything's just a little softer. All the peaks and valleys are sort of like sanded down, if that makes any sense. Oh, they're so good though. I mean, 100 out of 100. I mean, you guys know. Well, he's in there. Bourbon County is one of my favorite beers of all time. For 7 years, this beer tasted this good. Again, I would have guessed this beer was less than a handful of years old. Aged beautifully. you know, I would argue you can give this to anybody and they'd be blown away. At least a Bourbon County lover, they'd be blown away. That's really that old. So, thank you so much, Devin. I love you. I'm so lucky now. Until the next time, guys. Cheers.